100.
Hey guys, what is up? It's Hamza Bayoumi here, and today welcome back to another Hamza Bayoumi video. And today we're going to be showing you the demonstration of the US Airways Airbus A320-200 in SimplePlanes. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is go to SimplePlanes, so let's go to SimplePlanes. Alright, now the game should be loading any second now. Alright, so we are at the title, it says SimplePlanes. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on the play button. And then let's go to the build and fly button since we're on sandbox. And then let's go to the play button again. Alright, let's wait until it loads. Alright, so here's the US Airways Airbus A320-200. This is what it looks like in full detail. And it also has the engines right here. These are CFMI CFM56-5B4/P engines. This is what they look like in full detail. And it also has no registration on the fuselage. And it also has the US Airways tail. And the other side of the US Airways tail. And it also has the US Airways logo on the side of the fuselage. And the other side of the fuselage too. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on the play button to do our test flight. Here we go. Alright, let's wait until it loads. Alright, so we are at Wright Airport. Alright, so let's have a few moments before takeoff. Like I said, here are the engines again. These are CFMI CFM56-5B4/P engines. This is what they look like in full detail, and it also has the no registration again. And it also has the US Airways tail on the side and the other side. And it also has the US Airways logo on the side of the fuselage and the other side of the fuselage. Alright, we are clear for takeoff on runway 36 and we are ready for takeoff. Alright, so let's go to cockpit view. Alright, let's go ahead and set the throttles to 50%. We're holding it there for a while. And we are taking off. Takeoff thrust is set. 100 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear coming up. Alright. Gear is coming up. Just like that, we are climbing out of Wright Airport. We are climbing at 900 feet. The rest is going to climb. So far, we're not going too fast. Video is 2 minutes and 25 seconds long. So, we will cruise the plane at 4,000 feet. Make a right turn. We are at 2,000 feet. 2 more 1,000 feet to go until we reach 4,000 feet. I also love how the engines look like in full detail. And the US Airways logo. Alright, we are at 3,000 feet. 1 more 1,000 feet to go until we reach 4,000 feet. Also, US Airways has ceased operations in 2015 after it merged with American Airlines. We are at 4,000 feet. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a left turn. Alright, let's go ahead and land back at Wright Airport. Alright, we are descending right now. Gear coming down. Gear coming down. Alright, gear is coming down. Just like that, we are 2,500 feet above the ground. Let's hope we can butter and flare this landing like Swiss 001. Alright. We are 1,000 feet above the ground. We are clear to land on runway 18 and we are ready to land on runway 18. Thank God we didn't crash into those mountains right there. Video is 3 minutes and 40 seconds long. Alright. We are lining up for runway 18. Alright. We are 500 feet above the ground. Alright. 400 feet above the ground. 300 feet above the ground. Minimum 200. 100 above. 100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. Come on, flare it. Flare it. Flare it. Flare it. Flare it. Flared it. Let's use reverse thrust to stop the plane. I also love how the reverse thrust looks like in full detail. We have successfully landed on runway 18 and thank God we didn't crash the plane. I will stop the plane on runway 18. Alright, so that is going to be it for the demonstration of the US Airways Airbus A320-200 in Simple Planes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, peace out, guys.